Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, the ruler of the underworld, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse. Chapter 103, titled to the Demon Realm. Ooh, this is gonna be very exciting, very chaotic. Why do I have to wonder? Why does Nakaba's drawing art style always seem to turn every single place into a demon or into a chaotic mess? Like, seriously, I feel like I know Nakama may like to draw a random shit, but at least try to draw random shit so that it's distinguished from the demon and the chaos realms. Just saying. But regardless, let's get into this chapter. As we start this chapter off with the color page, that's mostly just also a promotion for a lot of the new images and old images that we got from the Four Knights. As then we have a lot of stuff here, as we have the current cast that's alive and all dealing with a few boxes, as we have like just them opening and react differently. Now, there are some people that said, I believe Pencil was said that these boxes and monsters inside them are supposed to be like a referring to them to their traumas. Like, Percival doesn't have any trauma, he'll be excited to see it if what everything's going on. When you have stuff like Tristan not really focus on his trauma and all that. Although to be fair, I feel like the only trauma references probably could be considered characters like Chion and maybe Gawain because she completely destroys it. Like she's in the far background destroying her box. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. Except for the fact that there's also like a little nice shot of Anne's ass. I mean, it's not a big one, it's not an over the top one, but it's kind of funny how we seem to have been. Well, the government has definitely been trying to give a more of a ass fan service in Four Nights than, boobs when you actually look at it, but whatever. Draws our attention. So, anyways, we start the actual chapter off with the Chaos Knights that are being sent, led by Mortlech to their location. As then we see the Seventh. We've already seen Mortlech, so I'm not going into his design. As we have the other three. Now, I've looked into these knights if we ever saw them, and by looks of things, at least five of them are completely brand new designs, while the big guy seems to be the same. The guy that we've seen earlier with the three faces, although I think his helmet's slightly different, very slightly. So I can't really say. As we have the designs, did you have generally very cool designs? Except one has a rooster or a bird for some reason as a design. So yeah, I do have to wonder how if we're gonna get some cool fights out of these guys, since I mean, it's kind of difficult to say, especially since you know how OP the Four Knights are. But we're gonna see that in the future, I suppose. As then we see them stopping at some random location, as one of them is like, somewhat like, are the Knights of Prophecy and their party really on this road today? Checking to make sure, as Mortar responds with, yes, according to King Arthur's new prophecy, they'll arrive behind Meldari early this afternoon. Why we'll just close to themselves somewhere in a more logical location, I don't know, but we'll just be a surprise attacking them when we can. Not sure why we'll be able to get a surprise attack them, but we will. As then we saw Mortar also saying, as he's like kind of looking at the landscape, like, they should be showing up anytime now. A few hours later, anytime now, a few hours later, anytime now. Don't know. But seriously, they are not going to fall. It's not gonna be one of those situations because, well, I just said they are a bit more prepared than that. And then we have one guy who has like he has a general similar structure of a helmet as Fig did, but itself like more randomly. He has more like just down lines with also with a hat, which kind of makes me think that he's gonna be revealed to be like a bot or like an emperor and a deep power because of the hat. But we'll see if that's the case. As he tells no one whose name is Brock Clark, who has like a weird helmet, like a weird armor where he has like more generic armor, but he has like these like weird kind of I want to say insect eyes around it. As then there's like another piece of helmet on top of him, of him. As he pulls out like a chaos binocular to see stuff. which I guess is a item he recently got because he's like completely excited about how he sees it, as he's like, if I use this magic telescope, wow, this is a why I can clearly see and hear everything 10 miles away. So yeah, I guess this also doesn't only allow him the ability to do of sight that or extreme sight, but it also allows him to hear everything. I'm kind of confused on how he's able to hear everything, but whatever. He's able to do it. And now, as he's looking at them, as now we see them staring at the group and Neo as they're all approaching. As then we have Botak saying, "Say where?" Actually, he's listening onto them as I'm guessing Anne or I think this person was actually probably the one that asks, saying, "Say where are we going?" As the and we have Anne respond with, "We are about to reach Dulmary." As then we have Bot well Blacklaw saying, "Bingo, that's the Four Nudge and Company." As then Bronco be like, that woman in front of them, that's Io the demon. What's she doing in going with the Knights of Prophecy? Which now makes me think that Io was a bit more of a longer addition to the Chaos Forces than we previously believed. I mean, it was kind of blind the previous like when it sounded like she was there only for a tempo, like not very long, like a bit before the takeover, but now it seems like they were more brainwashed and doing their bidding for longer periods of time if she gets the title like Io the Demon. Although maybe that's just her title in the demon world. It's kind of unclear about the hierarchy of the demon world right now. But regardless, Motek tells Blanco, don't miss a single thing they do or say. As long as I got it. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Percival being like, by the way, Io, how do you know me? Have we met before? As I guess they just kind of like start moving about asking anything immediately. Which I kind of love. I know this is. I mean, I know. This is one of those times where you really have to take yourself out of the manga and realize that the way how this went was like, "Are you Percival? Okay, let's go." And they start walking, and they just now brought it up again. All they were still on their walk. Just kind of really nice to think. As then we have Io looking at him, and she's like, you really don't remember anything, even though we all dotted on you. Shame that." So yeah, that's about it. She's not gonna go into any further detail, but at least it's not something like keeping it secret. Although I would advise everyone to keep Chion on the leash because I really do not put it past Chion to start punching Percival if it's for any stupid reason. Like I can see Eon, the way I'm kind of getting vibes right now is like an ant or some kind of. As she's like, oh, when you were a toddler, me and my friends used to play with you and you know, like she said, daughter on you, and you'd be, oh, you were playing with demons when you were a daughter. You have to be killed. Like I wouldn't put it past Jan to start doing shit like that. But regardless, as then we have Anne just being like all jealous, like, hey, do you really not remember a lady as pretty as that? Oh, you haven't seen a demon form, my dear, and you will just wait and see. As they have the person will be like, well, I was living alone with my grandpa on God's finger for 16 years. So basically, it's like if I did meet her, it was way before I could remember. Which again kind of goes through life. Now the thing I do, there's a bit of confusion. I feel like here and bit realization what exactly this means. Now the way I interpreted this is that first of all, before he got before Bud Van Games met Meliodas, they were probably in the demon realm and they were probably living there. Like I don't think it's a long time, probably like a month. Like as much as time flies fast, and you sometimes like realize, wow, it's already 4 months later or something. There is still a bit of a gap. So like, if Io and the other demons, let's say, died for him for at least like 5 months in 1 year, and then in the next couple of months, when there's like many orders and start living on the God's thing, I think I would still kind of buy. I think it's like one of those just very short time period frame. That's all what's going on. As they have Anne responding that she doesn't seem to be lying, so she and the others did dote on him. As they were nauseous, be like, I wonder if she taught you the demon language. Again, if she did taught him the demon language, it would probably be a given toddler. I don't get that no one's like throwing that as an option. Like it's not like that's such an impossibility. I mean, even the demon itself is very, very weird that he knows it. So yeah, anyways, then we have Io saying, here it is they're like in this like very oddly shaped rock. Apparently it's like a giant, kind of almost a circle, but it's not completely. As she tells them, the road to the demon realm. As we have them all look at this. As then we have Jian, like I said, freaking out. Not to hit Percival, but he is freaking out over the fact that this is the road to the demon realm is shaped like a rock. As he tells her, more like it's a hit. It's a hit on that end. So you did trick us. As Donnie just looks at Jian, almost like have a perfect road to use his, cringe, his telekinesis. And she just looks at him, tells him, maybe there's a gimmick to it. Which seems obvious. Like, why would the road to the demon realm really be in such an open, obvious place? Just saying, like, logically speaking, it wouldn't make any sense. Like, what exactly was he expecting it to be? Like, a giant road sign saying, 30 meters away is the demon realm. Go there if you want to die. Like, is that what he was expecting or something? As there we have Io just be like, try pressing against the rock space, although I wouldn't really call that a rock space. But as we have Percival like, okay, as he goes there, he puts his hand into it, he's like, pure! As he's shocked by it. As in we have the rest of them directed with, Percival's arm went into the rock! As then we have Shia, okay, we have all them freaking out and even just be a bit surprised. But then we have Lancelot be like, why are you guys freaking out? As Gwen just in the air, like, she's just sitting there, she's like, so the gate is hidden by a paltry illusion. Which is true. Which is kind of funny how she's the reasonable one in this group. Is there a person like kind of playing with as you would have expected? It's like, whoa! The guy, wee! As he goes completely there, and it's like, whoa! As he sees the other side of it, as he sees like a giant, stair, well, not staircase, but a walkway that's going down and down and down and down in a circle. As Percival freaks out to this side, he's like, there's a road swirling down underground forever! It's just a eye trick. It's not actually forever. As then we have the rest of them also joining in. As now it's like so high. As the person is not just kind of moves away. I guess maybe he's a bit scared of heights. I don't think he would ever say it, but it could be. As I was like, it really is. As then she was like, is the demon realm really at the bottom? I guess he was expecting it to look like this. As then we have Beyond freaking out, just asking something they want to ask beforehand. Is he's like, wait, why do we have to go to the demon realm anyway? We want to go to get to Camelot. Wait, why do you guys want to go to Camelot already? Like, I get Lancelot's OP, but Lancelot in Camelot would have a massive disadvantage against Arthur, and God knows what kind of holy knights you have. Like, as Percival's Splatoon itself could probably tell you there's a giant disparity of power. Like, they met Outback and Tanya, who was the very bottom of power system, but then you have characters like the Fiddich, who was basically running rings around everyone, well, at that time period, until Lancer show up and until they fought Melagalon. Like, God knows what kind of individuals you can fight if you go there immediately. But then we have Io just explaining to him calmly that she's like, there's a road in the demon world that leads to Camelot. There might be others, but I don't know of any apart from the demon world. So basically, you want to go to Camelot, well, you have to travel through the demon realm because those are the roads I know. If you have an issue with that, and suppose enough, she doesn't continue it. But regardless, then we have Gawain, still kind of floating around. She's like upside down. And she tells them, so how far down do we have to go? If we don't want to go by foot, why not just drop down? And she's kind of teasing everyone since she's the one that can effortlessly fly. Which that makes me think she doesn't have to worry about the spending of the flight magic, since I honestly don't think she has stepped down for as long as there has been for as soon as they started their journey to Delmar and all that. I think she just flew the whole time. As then we have Lancer just telling her, quit teasing. As then we have Anne telling everyone, still, this road Sylvan can hardly walk on it. I don't think that's much of a Sylvan problem as much as a horse problem as much as a Sylvan problem himself. And then I have Ascanor being, we have Tristan be like, it's just shame, but it's too much for Ascanor. Yeah. So even Ascanor, an actual horse, has an issue here. As then we have Donnie be showing up as like, just leave those two to me. As they're like, Donnie? Well, yeah, he has telekinesis. Why wouldn't he do it? And Percival could also do it. Like, I don't really know why not. Oh, see, when you actually think about Gwen's plan of just jumping out would probably make sense because of Percival's magic. And anyone who doesn't want to travel can just go with Gawain. I mean, that's what the women would. Well, Gawain would have to let the women do it. So as we get this shot of them all walking down, we have Lancelot and Donnie and being in the far back as Lancelot's like, alright everyone, watch your step and go forward. Do not look at the bottom of the hole, the standard. Then we have Chion as he's walking, be like, no fear, Isolde! And we have Isolde, his hand being held by Tristan as they're walking down. And we have Salamander lighting the way as we have Anne looking down. She's looking at, I'm going to say, Gawain's ass as Nonsense is holding seeing Percival by the cape. As Percival tells Nonsense, don't close your eyes, it's dangerous. As Nonsense like, you're right. As they all just calmly walking down. I mean, she's the one that's most used to this. As Gawain just kind of like going, falling down. It's just kind of hilarious to think that, well, everyone's like all focusing on this. She's just like down, down, down. Like she could probably, if she wanted to, she could probably be already at the bottom if she really wanted it. So anyways, they have Donnie be like, concentrate. As since tells Donnie, watch your own step too. Because he's concentrating on the horses, but he should also be careful. As Donnie's like, yeah. As then we have Ascanor, Tristan's horse, being completely calm. We have Sylvain be like, yay, it feels like I'm flying! As he's making a scene. As then we have Donnie saying, quit enjoying this! I've never moved two things at once before! Which is true since, Donnie's hasn't exactly been experiencing very much with this. Like, he only recently found out he could actually do stuff like this, so it's already a surprise that he would be telling the horse to calm down. And then we have Anne screaming at Donnie with, can we really trust you with this? As then Donnie is like, shut up, I'm concentrating. I mean, to be fair, he was in the right. That horse was causing more issues. As then Donnie thinks to herself, this isn't looking good. Stronger, I gotta get stronger. For Jade too. As Lancelot makes little smile, being, yeah, they know what they're doing. As then we have just to be like, I'm sorry, Lancelot. As Lancelot like, huh? As then Tristan's like, if I weren't so worthless, Jay wouldn't have lost his life, and we all wouldn't have had to come here. You were supposed to return to Benwick and reunite with your mother and father. As Sin tells Tristan, good grief, talk about a self-conscious prince. Like, dude, I didn't even fucking want to come to meet my parents. Like, I literally asked if I could go somewhere else. Why would I fucking care if I'm not going to reunite with them? I mean, sure, like, why isn't he even just next? Then we have Isolde grabbing Tristan, and she's like, Sir Lancelot is right. We're all here because we chose to be here. You did nothing wrong, Sir Tristan. I'm sure Jay would say the same. Well, what he would say on his mouth is a novel story, but I'm pretty sure he would say something like that. Put him in the face. As we have Chill almost looking like he's gonna fall down, which he should. As you have Tristan looking to her, it's like, Isolde. As if Anne be like, that's right, we all share the same thought. As Anne says, indeed, to enter Camelot to stop King Arthur. And then we cut to Gawain as she's still floating down and she has a little thought, but we don't actually get to know what she thinks. Which really I feel like this is supposed to emphasize that her goals are not the same as the others. Which makes sense because... Oh, it's a question, why is Gawain working for them? Like, what's the current explanation on her motives? Like, we had a whole chapter where she tells them, why would I serve you? Why? And even like an BS excuse for now, I don't see it. Like, what did... But let's offer her 7 to... Well, a castle worth of pudding while the Camelot didn't offer her that? Like, why? Like, I really do hope we get at least like some kind of BS excuse. Which also kind of makes me think like we might be getting at this arc since, this is kind of looking like it's going to be a longer arc and there's going to be quite a few Chaos Knights there, and I feel like it's time that we get at least some development, some exploration of Gawain's character. As then we have Donnie telling as well that you could say we are all in the same boat, right, Percival? And then we have Percival in his chibi mode, as they wait for his response, and then Percival just screams that we're in the same boat! As I'm gonna say, supposed to be a bit of an echo, as Lance says like, you're the one guy out there that as he's really read his mind, especially like it's not the name of a special move, which is definitely what he was thinking of. As for some reason, it was like, okay, seriously, the point that even Gawain is like falling a bit down. I think it's just like he kind of like surprised us, so just kind of like react to it. But yeah, then we get some chaos nonsense as then we have someone. I'm guessing I saw to be like spooky. The inside of this cave looks weird. As Eos just tells them, don't worry, it means we are close to the demon realm. As then we get to what I'm going to say is the entrance to it. We have her saying, well, I'm guessing someone else saying, "Wow, there's a light at the end of the cave." That's as it was like that's the boundary between here and the demon realm. And then we get a weirdly wise and serious talk from Gawain, and she's like, "Now then, we will face two problems upon trespassing into the demon realm." As Percival looks at her, she's like, two problems? As Gwen says, first is the demon realm's miasma. They say that the dark miasma that's filled the demon realm since its birth gnaws at the bodies and minds of non-demon races are eroded by. Can you imagine what could become of a human who plunged themselves into it? As we get a visual of a human which is being engulfed by the miasma. Which, funny enough, reminds me of when Melascula ate Askino's soul and she just got burnt. Maybe it's supposed to be a reference to it. But yeah, we get this. As then we get the Percival Splatoon's reaction to it. As Percival thinks to himself like he got just giant and buff. And then Spikes over him, and as well Spiky Team's like, getting all upon! Which, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is what would happen to Percival. As then we have what the other three things as they are making of their eyes, their eyes starting to go back in the back of their heads with their blood coming out there. Starting to come out of it, which is true. As they're all turning around, she's like, that's a good point. I was careless. Which I guess is just supposed to be that, and I'm guessing that's the truth since Anne doesn't react to it. And then Tristan's like, I'll take care of that. So it's like, is that Tristan? As Tristan tells Aero to go away, he's like, Liliano, please take a step back! As he uses Ha, as he uses Saint Skull, that would just kind of like interrupts everyone. I'm guessing the reason why he told Aero to step back is because she'll get damaged by it. It's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like, it's kind of like if someone would magic when it comes to Superman. Like, he wouldn't be like hurt, but it would be kind of negative effect on him, even if it wasn't a full destructive hit. Then we have them getting gold in it, as then we see like a holy aura around them. As like this is as in this as Gawain's looking as like protection by holy light. Does it last one day? Which is interesting that she pointed out the time period, especially since, like, I don't want to say Gawain's an idiot or no, or she's on the same level of clueless as Percival, but she has been the one on the lesser information before. Like, remember when they were mentioning Dobbs? Percival knew about Dobbs because of Blanchard earlier, but she confused Dobbs with some good cook. So it's not like she's the most informed individual out there. Honestly, it does seem to be suggested that she might have lived isolated with her grandparents beforehand. And then Patricia's just telling her, I'm sorry, it only lasts 6 hours. If it were Mama, it lasts a whole week. As Gwen's like, train yourself more. So yeah. Which is interesting how we get like this little period where Elizabeth using it a whole week, Tristan using it 6 hours, Gawain was thinking about it lasting a day. Kind of weirdly specific, because again, she wondered how long it would last. and I speculated instead of just how long will it be? As that person was asking Gawain, so what's the second problem? As Gawain tells him, use your head a bit, or I'll turn your brain to pudding. As we get like a visual of Percival's head being a pudding, which actually does make you wonder if she does have those abilities. Like the thing is, Gawain hasn't really used that many non-spells. Like she used a bit of fire from Sunshine. She used the I think teleportation. She used flight as well as a absolute cancel, but nothing else that we've seen or know of. So it does make raise how many spells she does know. As then she again explains in a relatively full-out way with the four races, demons and humans included, have shared a mutual hatred for over 3,000 years. Did you really think they'll welcome come trespassing humans like us with open arms? Again, like I'm weird that she knows about stuff, details like that. As they have Iolde, as she's like casts her back towards them and says, "True, there are still demons who hold grudges against the four races. If you're hesitant to go, I won't blame you." As Lancelot, so Jessica like cleans his ears, like, "Whatever, let's just go. I'm starving." Wait, what? Why are you starving? All right. But I guess not just starving. As then we have Donnie looking at him, be like, "You could hesitate a little." Because you get like I also doesn't have to worry about power wise about anyone, but still it's kind of weird that he's not even like he could at least like kind of read the room a bit or play along with the room. But regardless, we didn't have Percival react in his super form. Lancelot's right. Let's go full speed ahead. So yeah, then we have Lancelot just looking at us, Maccabees. Oh yeah, he's the little brother of this group. So yeah, here then we have Anne saying, "You're right." That's what. Well, then let's go. As we get like a little cutesy flowers on the ground, to be how clueless and cheery they are. As then we cut to a more inside the demon realm. As we get some structure that again looks like it will be from Chaos Realm. As someone says, "I sense someone's presence just outside the gate 220. Well, that's a lot of gates. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, granted, to be fair, we don't need guides because we don't travel through different worlds, but it kind of surprising how in the Compass world, there's like, at least 220 gates. But anyways, then we have the king of the demons speak with, as then this guy who is, I think, supposed to be Belial, the guy who's the main villain in the first Saturday Sins movie, tells the king, unknown, a group of lost humans, most likely. Or it's possible they are a gang from the Camelot who've recently been doing harm to the demon realm. What do we do? Like, yeah, there's a bit, kind of looks like, I mean, guys, there's a bit of a difference. Like, I think he has more of his clothes, I think, are more buttoned up. I don't know if those baggy pants are the same. I think he also had a bit of a different sword, but that might be Belial. Which now makes me think the Six Knights of Black, instead of, having the whole, movie thing that happened to them, they just remained the demon realm and then became the new then became now the rank of Ten Commandments, or at least now the Ten Commandments were replaced with the Six Knights of Black. Kind of a deep power, personally, but yeah, I kind of get it. At least I think so. I mean, to be fair, it's different to second. No coloring, so it's kind of difficult, but it could, like, again, it could just be his cousin or something. We have to wait and see. And also, we had to confirm that, yes, Camelot's forces have been there, which now makes me think there might be some kind of like a bigger group of Chaos Knights that live in Camelot besides the 7 we've seen earlier. Maybe I'm being optimistic, it's just like confirmation, but it would make kind of sense that like there's like 2 groups of Chaos Knights, like one's in Demon Realm and the other one's there. And I could even see Motek reporting this change to it and questioning it. Why the heck is it? What's the hell's going on? Because from what we know, Chaos Knight should know what's going on. Well, at least know what's happening. As there we have Zeldris finally making his appearance, which, funny enough, like Meliodas, seems to have barely changed. The only difference is the fact he seems to have gotten a new pair of boots, as well as the fact that from this point on, his wardrobe is just going to be the Cloak of Darkness. As he raises from his weird dragon, 2 dragons forming a chair, the chair, as Belial calls him, the Great Demon King. as we have Zeldris. As then we get a close up of Zeldris' face. Well, not full close up. We still get a bit of his, body, but still a close up of Zeldris as he tells them, seize them and bring them here at once. As he's all serious and evil and stuff. And he also has his demon mark back for some reason, or the Ten Command mark. I mean, it is a very popular aesthetic, so he probably just didn't want to change that part. As then we get Daenerys saying, as they head into the demon realm, Percival and Co are approached by Demon King Zeldris. As then we get break next week because it's Golden Week, which I think is just supposed to be, there's gonna be no chapter next week, but you can expect the next. No, I don't think it's like a 2 week break with 4 nights, especially considering they are their release chapters more regularly than Shonen. As then we get the title for the next chapter, which is called The Invasion of the Demon Realm, which is just I'm guessing it's gonna be more like an exaggeration of the invasion, unless if the Chaos Knights show up and do stuff. But it's outside of that, I think it's gonna be like an exaggeration. Just the 4 Knights kind of being causing mischief and chaos until whoever is gonna be coming to seize them, maybe the 6 Knights of Black, because like if you regardless of how you look at it, like even if you're someone who doesn't like, unless if you're someone who has completely no idea about Sunday Sins, I think we can all say safely, although even the SBS I think kind of confirm already, unless if they're not in the volumes, that Zeldris, he sees Trisha, he's like, oh, you're Meliodas' brat, or EO could probably just explain to him. Like, I don't think he's gonna be like. I think this does feel like just kind of like an end the chapter in a cool way, just for the sake of a cool way to ending it. So I don't think there's gonna be like a big conflict. Like maybe if EO goes away, it's like one of those. Oh, the captain can explain everything. Go away for there to be a fight, but then those guys will come back and they're like, oh hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Like one of those things. I could easily see it, but we'll have to wait and see if that's the case. As always, I'm just going to become a cloak, probably one of those. You have to always be ready. You can never be too safe or stuff like that. That's why I figure she's probably that cloak. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Next chapter, I think it's just gonna be another more goofy chapter, and then we gotta have like the guys reunite. And maybe this is gonna be a misunderstanding that's going to be a little bit of a fight similar to Return to Leonis, or maybe it's gonna be like a ironic thing would be that like it's not that in the demon realm they actually don't get into a fight. I would put past Jihan, but they did get into a fight. Maybe that's gonna be like a little contrast, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of your mortals next time. Goodbye.